All right, the clock is ticking because this Friday is the absolute final deadline for the Princess Margaret Home Lottery, and we're here in Oakville, which is the site of their grand prize show home, which is worth more than $9 million in total, that being the grand prize.
Yes,
and we're with Brian Gluckstein, who is the designer, the man himself. And Brian, I've been here a couple minutes before you. I've been just taking in every inch of this house. It truly is a work of art. First of all, congratulations on this.
Thank you.
But a lot of heart went into this as well.
It did, because everyone realizes where we're building it and designing it, the cause. So it's a house built for the cause, which is great. But we want to inspire people when they come to the house, you know, give them ideas for their house, and some are a little grander than others.
We are looking at what, 22-foot ceilings?
We are. This 22-foot ceiling, and they're really commercial windows because they're so big. And I always love to do a two-story space in these show houses because we want to vary the ceiling heights when you're walking through the house. But the amount of light that comes through this space is
incredible.
Amazing.
Obviously, you're using floor-to-ceiling windows, like you said, commercial, but really throughout the house, that is lots of natural light with those big windows.
It's true. When you walk through the house, it's unbelievable. Like the bedrooms and all the rooms have floor-to-ceiling windows, huge windows, and that's, you know, it's part of the modern architecture of this house. This is our 12th house for the hospital, and the other houses have been a little more traditional, and we decided this year we've been asked to do a more contemporary house, so we did this modern house. And one of the things about these modern houses is the light.
Even the exterior, and we talk about modern, what is that, a Belgian brick?
It is. It's a very long horizontal Belgian brick, and again, that adds to the modern quality of it. So it's very striking from the outside, and it has those blades on the windows in the living room that give a little privacy, but also some architectural interest.
Yeah, we got the study here. That's part of the double-sided fireplace, which goes into the living room and the study. The design feature you seem to really like.
I love to have fireplaces, and you'll see when we get into the kitchen another interesting fireplace. But they don't become sort of these dark holes when they're not on. When you can see through them, they're so great. And the library we did a little different. Instead of the traditional desk, I did a games table, and that chaise in front of the window, so you can use it for working, or you can use it for games or dinner, or whatever you want to use.
Games is definitely a theme. I was downstairs a little bit earlier. You definitely love your games nights.
I do.
Let's talk about this fantastic dining room. A little bit, like you said, this is very modern when I'm thinking dining rooms, with the couch here and the seats.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about your inspiration for
Correct. So one of the things was the layout. We did this banquette here, a little different than your normal dining room. We have the big table and the chairs. This is great as a space saver because usually when you have a table and chairs, you need that area to walk around. And when you can push it off to one side, you can get a lot more seating in a smaller space. Though this is a big dining room, it can have a normal dining room table. And then the color, this is what we call color drenching, which is everything is one color.
Yeah.
It's very dramatic.
And it's very incredible. And of course, this hallway, beautiful use of space.
Yes.
And that leads us to the kitchen, which we're going to check out a little bit later. But we're here all morning with Brian because we have so much to show you in this house. And let me tell you that this Friday is the absolute final deadline to get your tickets to get more than, what is it? It is more than 17,000 prizes worth more than $13 million. PrincessMargaretLotto.com is where you can go, or you can call the number that is on your screen to get your tickets. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on CHCH Morning Live. We are here with the Princess Margaret Home Lottery. We are at the Oakville Showhome, which is part of the $9 million grand prize, which includes $500,000 in cash. And we are pretty lucky because we are back again with Brian Gluckstein, who designed every inch of this space. And before we get into that, you did work very closely with the builders. Talk a little bit about that relationship and how you were able to create such a beautiful home.
Well, it's, you know, we have a very tight timeline to do it. So we have about 10 months to design it, build it, furnish it. Yeah, don't try that at home. Because we work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you have to really have a good relationship to be able to pull it off fast.
And when we talk about that $9 million grand prize, that includes the furnishings you see.
Everything.
And that's every detail you put into this
Every
house.
detail. All you have to really do is when you win is bring your toothbrush.
Bring your toothbrush, yeah, exactly.
We've got the beds made, the towels, the dishes, everything.
And again, that $500,000, not bad either. Let's talk about this living room, because again, I noticed the front of the house, very set, very, set rooms. This is a lot more open space here.
Yeah, so it was a more defined, like you said, at the front,
yeah.
and we've got those big, beautiful black archways defining the space. It's still open. You can still see through, but this is a really open space. One of the things you mentioned before was the fireplaces. I love see-through fireplaces. And what I love about this one is it's an indoor-outdoor see-through fireplace.
Yeah.
And great for the patio that's out there because you can sit on those cool summer or fall nights. But also you see through it, so it's very light.
Yeah.
So we have this seating area and great patio.
We're going to go patio to patio here as we walk through. Great seating area. And again, great use of the natural light with the floor to ceiling windows. This is a great little space here.
Yeah, so this is our breakfast room, homework area. So we've got the bookshelves on the wall. We have a work area here. I don't know how many people still use a typewriter. But
I had to look up what that was. I had to Google it there, Brian.
Remind people how to do it. Never goes down. Never goes down.
Yeah.
So we have this big work area with a big window.
Yeah.
A great breakfast table with chairs. And like I said, the bookshelves, but we did a little different with the bookshelves where they're more displayed like art.
Yeah.
So you see the front face of them as opposed to the side of them.
Yeah.
Great place to put cookbooks, art books, things like that.
Speaking of cookbooks, you're going to need a couple of cookbooks because you have this beautiful chef's kitchen, which features, I don't think I've ever seen a kitchen island this big, Brian. This is absolutely
big.
Stunning.
So our island, I think, is around 12 feet long, and we have this Benjamin Moore green moss color that we did this, and you'll see pops of color throughout the house. And then the cabinets are a combination of this wood look and a lacquer, and so we have the cooking area where you are, and the wall ovens are in the island.
Oh, wow.
Microwave is in the island.
Wow.
And this area is sort of a coffee center, extra sink, so someone that's working here is out of the way. And we have our refrigerator and freezer hidden in
wow.
here. Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
I would never have guessed that's what their refrigerator. I didn't even notice there was a
I know. I sometimes forget and say, where did we put the
Let's
fridge?
look outside here because the beautiful, we talked about the patio up front, beautiful patio, which includes a pool.
Yeah, it's not the best time of year to look at a swimming pool, but there is a pool underneath that cover, a heated saltwater pool. And when spring and when summer hits, it's going to be a gorgeous backyard. But yes, it has everything you could want.
All right, this Friday, midnight, is the absolute deadline to get your ticket. You can go to Princess Margaret Lotto is where you can get your tickets. You can call the number on your screen. And while you're buying your tickets, don't forget your $25 add-ons. That includes the cash calendar. That includes the 50/50, which is up over $5.8 million. It includes the brand new Wanderlist, which has amazing vacations for you to win. But we got a lot more to tell you. We got a lot more to show you. Stay with us here as we continue at CHCH Morning Live. The clock is ticking because Friday at midnight is the absolute final deadline for the Princess Margaret Home Lottery, and we are at the Oakville Showhome, which is part of the $9 million grand prize, which of course includes $500,000 cash, and we're back with Brian. Brian, this is we're not going to call this a walk-in closet because that's not what this is. Where are we standing right now?
So we are standing at the entrance to the primary bedroom. So what I have is you enter this dressing room, which has this oak laminate and the mirrors, and it really is almost like a foyer into the suite. And then you come into the bed area, which is also all one color. It's all the blue carpet, the blue wallpaper, the blue bedding. But look at the size of the windows. That's what you
The curtains, I mean, everything. When you were designing this as the primary, you really wanted that oasis. You can tell takes up the entire back half of the upper floor.
Exactly.
What was the thought process behind having such a big space for a primary bedroom?
Well, we wanted this, like you said, this oasis, this suite in the house. And the house is big enough to be able to do it because we have 3 other bedrooms on this floor and 1 in the lower level.
Yeah.
But to create this really luxurious retreat, so the wallpaper, the big velvet headboard, the beautiful bedding, a seating area by the window. And then one of the best things about this is the spa-like
Peeler,
bathroom.
lead the way, actually. We're going to follow our camera guy, Justin Peeler here, who's back through the dressing room. No, keep going this way. Here we go. Yeah, there we go.
So we go through here and we have this really beautiful spa-like bathroom.
Yeah.
And I use a porcelain tile that looks like stone.
Oh, wow.
Because I wanted this matte finish, this very sort of organic, soft feeling. We have this huge oversized shower.
The consistency across
goes
the flooring,
right through.
right?
So you notice there's no curb. disturb.
Nothing.
The floor goes all the way through and slopes in.
Yeah.
We have the niches with the LED lighting in the shower,
Yeah.
so that's quite beautiful.
Yeah.
The water closet here, which someone could frost if they want with a film.
Wow.
And then over here we have this oversized double vanity with the tall towers on either side for storage, so
That
lots of
goes
storage.
all the way up there.
Yeah, I really think about all that, and
Yeah.
the DXV plumbing fixtures, like this gorgeous tub that is really, it really feels like a spa.
All right, Peeler, follow us. We're gonna go to check out some of the other bedrooms. We're running out of time, and hey, while we're here,
We'll run through these bedrooms. If you want to come through here.
here we go. Come on, Peeler. Here he comes. While we're waiting on Peeler, I do want to tell people about the $2.6 million grand prize that is the Georgian Bay Showhome. That includes $50,000 in cash, but here we are back in Oakville.
Yeah, so we have
phone-
one bedroom here, the shared bathroom in there.
Oh, very nice.
Which has this cool tile all in the green.
Yep.
We have the other bedroom that shares that bathroom, which is in all this sort of soft grays.
Yeah.
And then we have a fun bedroom over here where we did a trundle bed and this great mural.
Yeah.
And then
that is a custom mural, eh?
custom mural. And we
Beautiful.
picked one color from the mural and painted all the trim and wall that color.
Yeah.
I like to paint the trim the same color as the wall. It really looks luxurious.
You may have noticed in our touring, we've passed many of the 6 bathrooms in this.
Yes, lots of bathrooms.
Lots of bathrooms. Okay, we've checked out the upper floor. We've checked out the main floor. We got the basement to see.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Make sure you stay with us. We are here with the Princess Margaret Home Lottery, Friday, midnight. Your deadline. Go to princessmargaretlotto.com. Call the number on your screen, and don't forget some of those $25 add-ons, including the 50/50, now up over $5.8 million. But stay with us. We got more to come here on CHCH Morning Live. 1001, 1002. Getting a bit of a workout in here, Brian. We're back with Princess Margaret Home Lottery. We are at the Oakville Grand Prize Showhome, which is part of one of the grand prizes, $9 million grand prize, includes this house and $500,000.
Yeah, not bad for $100. Not bad for $100.
Not bad at all. PrincessMargaretLotto.com is where you get your tickets. The lower level here,
Yes.
again, just like every other floor we've been on, not a single detail missed,
I
Brian.
know,
So
everything.
beautiful.
The towels and the water and everything.
What was your inspiration for this level?
Well, this is sort of like a multi-purpose room. So we have a TV area, games area, and the gym area. And because the gym equipment is in here, I wanted this beautiful equipment in walnut from Northern Fitness. And it really looks like furniture. It doesn't look like metal gym equipment. So when you're mixing it into this overall TV room, it feels like sculpture in the space.
Even though we are in the lower level, these windows, some of the biggest windows I've seen on a lower level ever. Again, just sort of your commitment to lots of natural light getting into here.
Completely. All the houses we do, I like to bring, I don't like the windows that are way up here. So bring the well down. Sometimes we go even deeper. And even though you're seeing the wall of the well, you do get a lot of light. And you just feel like you're more above ground.
Again, a nice little sitting area here as we walk through, because not a single inch of space is wasted.
Nothing.
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 You really make your commitment here. And we were talking about some of the 6 bedrooms.
Yes, but what I wanted to point out with you is the art. So if you notice the art through the house, it's all donated by Canadian artists.
Oh, wow.
So all the art you see in the house is all Canadian.
That's incredible.
And it's all donated by Canadian artists that we've worked with over the years who have this affinity to the cause.
Okay, we're going to follow you in there. Go ahead, Peeler.
And here we have a lower level bedroom, a guest bedroom down here.
Oh, wow.
And we painted this moody sort of blue charcoal.
Yeah.
We picked it up in the bedding, a fun carpet. Again, the window well is very deep.
Yeah, nice bench, nice built-in bench, which again,
and storage.
You got storage there?
Completely.
You think of everything, don't
try.
you? You do think of everything,
try.
Brian.
And then it has its own ensuite. But one of the areas I love
Saw that. Yeah, let's go.
is
Let's
the
go.
laundry room.
Follow us.
So we have 2 laundry rooms. There's a small one upstairs.
Okay.
And this one down here. And so I've done it in, again, this wood look cabinet. And we use black as the accent. So the black faucet, the black table to fold on, the whirlpool in the gray, which I love.
Yeah.
And I raise them up higher. Usually they're down at the floor, but it's so much easier to put the washer and dry in
Basically,
there.
table height. You can turn around, dump it on the table. Start
Exactly. And then
what could this possibly
what
be?
could that be? The dog shower. So we have the hand spray.
Yeah.
We have the tile of the little dog in the shower head. And then we have a drain in here, but I put another drain in here in case the dog gets a little wild and the water comes
That's
into
perfect.
space.
It would be remiss if we didn't mention $100 tickets, but the cause of what it's going for.
Yeah,
Princess
unbelievable.
Margaret.
The Princess Margaret Cancer Center, one of the 5 top cancer centers in the world, doing incredible research, and really we're so lucky to have it in Canada.
Yeah, we absolutely are. We're so lucky to have this beautiful house that somebody is going to win.
I know.
Somebody who's going to win needs to buy their tickets before midnight on Friday, because that is the absolute final deadline for you to get in. Brian, thank you so much for showing us this beautiful house. Absolutely. All right, PrincessMargaretLotto.com is where you want to go, or call the number that's on your screen to get your tickets. And don't forget your $25 add-ons. You got a cash calendar. You got the 50/50, which is up over $5.8 million. And you have the new Wander List, which features amazing trips, amazing experiences, just like this house. Simply amazing. Thanks for hanging with us here. Good luck if you're buying your ticket, and get your ticket before Friday. It's a midnight deadline. We're having so much fun here on CHCH Morning Live.